by the name of Job. Bible says, and this is going to mess with your theology just a little bit, but Bible says there's a man by the name of Job. Job now is somewhere minding his business, and God is having a conversation with Job. Job is somewhere minding his business, and God refers him for trouble. I want you to understand that you got to understand that the season that you are in is not punishment, it's progress. I want you to understand that the season that you're in is not punishment, it's progress. And so while you're beating yourself up, you're only going through it because God refers you. It ain't nothing like a referral, baby. People who are referred for a job, they get skipped over, and it's almost like they get an instantaneous interview because somebody put their name on the line for you. Now the Bible says that the sons of the morning present themselves to God, and Satan has access to God. The Bible says now Satan begins to go up there and he begins to talk to God about Job. Y'all, I want you to understand in this season you cannot allow Satan to talk to God more about you than you talk to God about yourself. Some of y'all don't pray unless you're in trouble. Some of y'all don't pray unless the police behind you. Some of y'all don't pray unless your phone about to be turned off. And you got to call and ask for an extension. But you got to understand that if you're going to make it in this hour, you better have an altar and you better constantly talk to God, because just like you're talking to God about you, so is Satan. Bible says now that Satan, calm down, Marshall. Bible says now that Satan comes and God says, why don't you try my servant Job? But there is something now in the text that presents themselves as a problem. And the thing that presents itself as a problem in the text is Job said, Satan said to God, I cannot touch Job because you got a hedge around him. All right. He says, I cannot touch him because he's under proper covering. He says, I cannot. I know. You might be in between two churches, and that might be cute for you. But everybody is not authorized to watch for your soul. Everybody is not authorized to go to God on your behalf. I want you to understand some of the trials that you might be experiencing because you're not under the right covering. Satan understood that he could not touch Job, not because of an angel, but he had proper covering. Look down your row and say, whose care are you under? I got one more. The Bible said that there are principalities assigned to different regions. Y'all, I'm coming, but today for anniversary, I came to encourage the saints. There are certain principalities that are assigned to certain regions. I want you to understand that when we go to the book of Daniel, we find that there was the prince of Persia. In that same text, calm down, Marshall. In that same text, we find the prince of Greece. I want you to understand that there are principalities assigned to a certain region. Y'all don't believe this, but y'all, the right covering will get you out of debt. The right covering will talk you into better. The right covering will have you living a certain kind of way. Because the Bible says it was like the oil that ran down Aaron's beard. I want you to calm down, John. If you have the proper covering, if you got the proper covering, your covering is supposed to go in the future and see what you can't see and snatch you out of some stuff. And so Satan said, before I touch them, I gotta go through their covering. Okay. Tell your neighbor, say, proper covering saved my life. See, some of y'all are disappointed that your pastor didn't come in the flesh. But baby, if your pastor got an audience with God, their flesh don't got to be there when God knows.